Okay, so here we are. We are about to wrap up our inaugural screen test shoot of Craft Beer Budz. We're here in North County in my garage, luxurious, and I'm sitting here with basically perfect strangers and cameraman Mike, my roommate, and we're drinking some beers. We're kind of doing a blind tasting. Obviously, I know what the beers are. Some of them I've had before, some of them not. But I thought it would be a cool idea to get some people that I never met to come down and drink some beer. And it worked out that we really have the gauntlet here because Matt is kind of the beer specialist as a home brewer. Mike is kind of a casual beer drinker, so we're getting a lot of perspectives here. So, Matt, go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm Matt, software engineer by trade, beer nerd by hobby. I do a little bit of home brewing. I've been home brewing for about 2 years. And I just enjoy beer, especially the free kind.
Who doesn't love that? Mike, what's up with you?
Nobody's sick of hearing about me yet? Okay, I'm Mike. I like to drink beer.
Well, it's on different days.
Okay, so we have a different audience.
I mean, we might be sick of hearing about you, but if they're just tuning in on this episode, they don't know. So it's all good.
Okay, so I'm Mike. I like drinking beer. This was a great opportunity to try a bunch of different beers I may not have chosen on my own.
And that's actually kind of the deal. We got the expert here. I'm kind of in the middle. I drink plenty of beer, but I haven't brewed yet. I'm not a cicerone by any stretch of the imagination, and it's kind of cool because we want to get Mike's input so that for the craft beer novice get the perspective. And actually, cameraman Mike, he don't know shit about Shinola, so it's always good to get his opinion as well. And then cousin Vinny, we've got visiting from Maui off to the side here.
Yeah, you're not getting much out of me either.
That's because cousin Vinny's been drinking beer with the rest of us for all afternoon.
I usually drink my beer with a few shots, so...
I got some 12-year-old scotch if you're looking for that as well. But that's a different show.
Still gonna make it back to San Diego.
But, so here we are. We're trying some beers, and we never met except for, as I said, cameraman Mike and myself. We know each other, but the rest of these guys, I just kind of hit them up on social media and said, who wants to come and drink some beer and talk about it? And actually, a lot of people, just to round out the story completely, a lot of people responded initially, but then when I said, okay, here's the format, it's trial by fire. We're just going to come and sight unseen. You're going to come in my garage and sit and drink beer, and we're going to roll cameras and see what happens. Well, that cut out everybody but these two guys. And
Anything for free beer.
And you know what? That's just what we're looking for. People that will gravitate towards free beer no matter what the consequences might be. So here we are, Friday edition. This is our 5th beer. And whose turn is it? Is it Mike?
Matt's turn.
Matt, you go first. And again, this is a beer. I know what it is. This is also a beer I have not had before.
I'm liking the clarity on the beer. First off, this is probably the second clearest beer we've seen today.
I think it is. Yep.
I like the nose on it. Kind of citrusy hops.
Mm-hmm.
Good hop flavor, not what I was expecting off the nose. It smells like a Citra or Mosaic off the nose, but has some tartness to it that I wasn't really expecting. Still IPA-ish, pale ale, hoppy on the back of the tongue, but a lot of fruit at the front, like a citrus fruit. Not sure what it is. I like it.
Yeah, I'm liking it too. Mike, what do you got? You ready? Ready to pass it off? Mike, what do you got?
Lots of hops you can smell initially or right off the bat. And sort of citrusy, a bit sour on the flavor, initial flavor. The smell, I thought at first it was going to be a traditional West Coast IPA, something San Diego is known for.
Yeah.
But the taste is not what I expected at all. I'm not one for sour beers, so may not be a favorite, but definitely drinkable. I wouldn't mind it.
Cousin Vinny, you want to weigh in?
I could probably, like, if I ordered it at the bar, I would probably finish it, but I wouldn't order another one.
That's a good description.
As far as that goes, I like the taste or whatever, but like I said, I'm not really a huge IPA kind of guy.
It's not blowing your skirt up, is
Yeah.
what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't have a skirt, but if I did, it wouldn't blow my skirt up. So.
He does have a skirt on. You just can't see it. You just can't see it. That's
Where am I
bullshit.
Oh, we can see it now.
That's why he's in the corner.
That's right. That's why he's not sitting here. All right, cameraman Mike, what do you got?
I actually like it. It's not traditionally what I would like, but it's something that.
What are you pointing at?
Your camera died.
Oh, what? Did the battery go dead?
I don't know. Something died.
Oh, well, all right. Well, let's get another camera.
Time.
No, keep talking, because that other camera's rolling.
Okay,
and that's
so-
the one that's picking up the audio. The one that's
So anyway, my feeling on it is I do like it. It's not something I would choose first shot. I do like the fruitiness of it. It's a little too sour for me as well, but it's definitely something I agree with Vinny. If I ordered at a bar, I would say, you know what, that's pretty good. I'll drink it, but I'll probably try something else for my next one.
So if you're gonna be cameraman Mike,
Do I need to give you signals?
you have to learn what the little symbol is for the battery. So when it's going down, you can say, "Hey, this battery's going dead."
I'm not saying my 6-year-old would recognize it, but my 6-year-old would recognize
Hey,
Oh!
yeah, but by the way, the reason
Snap.
I have this job is because, once again, Jay doesn't have enough friends that can actually do something.
Who am I kidding? I don't have any friends. Hopefully, I made a couple today, but other than that,
it. Provided you
So,
get beer, I'll be your
we
friend.
have the
That's
one
what-
guy who's never used a camera in his life before running the camera, so.
what's interesting is how the longevity of these batteries, even though they're all the same, is very different. Because like this guy is still what? Still got 3 bars.
Yeah.
That one's got 3 bars, and they all just got charged up.
Yeah, it
But
depends
this
on the
one took a dump.
longevity or how long you've had the batteries for, though. They don't all.
I think this beer makes me pee a lot. I'm not sure because.
No, it's because you have the bladder of a small 6-year-old child.
Hamster
That's
bladder.
what
We
makes you
refer
pee
to
a lot.
that, the doctor and I refer to it as hamster bladder.
Okay, so this.
The doctor even knows about it. All right.
Yeah.
so this
Hamster
camera
bladder
is-
and beer shits.
This
Yeah,
New-
that's
new
right.
words.
yeast infections.
Words of the week.
Now, do you have to go to the bathroom, or can you remain at your
I-
post
you
for a
know-
couple more minutes?
You know, I think I'll be able to handle it. But I'll tell you, was it our third beer that we had? I think I could have used it. It's the same thing. I didn't like drinking it anymore.
Oh,
but
what a
think
shame!
it
I forgot
fits.
to turn the audio on. Ha, psych. So okay. So where
So
were we?
this episode's apparently going to be edited a little bit.
Or not? So okay. So where were we? Who was saying what when Mike got all panicky about the camera?
You were talking.
Was I saying anything of any importance?
Typically not.
Probably not.
You hadn't given much of an opinion on it.
Okay. All right. Well, then I'll just kind of wind back and let me first say that
Formulating your thoughts.
I think this is my favorite beer of the session. Let's say I like this, even though I think it was Tuesday. I don't even remember what the order was, but the really hazy New England style IPA that we had, that was really good, Nelson hopped. But this is the kind of stuff that I gravitate towards. It's kind of a surprise. There's a tartness in there that I didn't expect because, like I said, I haven't had this before. I wanted to try it, but I haven't had it before. And it is deceiving. Like, the smell is your classic kind of West Coast style IPA, very hoppy. But there is kind of a tart little sour thing that happens on the back end.
Yeah, it smells clean, so. I mean, you're right, the citrus
But there,
and
yeah,
the
it's
hoppy smells.
Yeah, you
It's a
don't.
surprise.
Yeah, you don't get that kind of the citrusness in the nose.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, I think you're absolutely right there because I smelled it. I was like, okay.
I'm sorry, I didn't ask you.
Hey,
This
hey,
point.
hey, hey, hey.
What
You
you
know what? What does that say on your shirt?
Shut up, cameraman Mike. Is that what it says? But I like this. I think, and to me, it's also kind of interesting when there is kind of that hidden flavor that's not on the nose. So I like it. I definitely give it maybe.
How many
two
thumbs? We got
up.
2 thumbs.
I'll go
for Jay?
2 thumbs up on this
All
one.
right.
I'm up 1 thumb on this
We
One
one.
got
thumb.
1 thumb.
I would give a reluctant full thumb.
Oh, reluctant thumb. Okay.
All right, Benny.
I'm gonna go with a 1 thumb on this one, but I'm just gonna weigh in the deal. Like I'm not usually a darker beer drinker, but the one we had earlier.
Thursdays.
The yesterday
Yeah,
beer.
yesterday beer
yesterday
was definitely the favorite of
That was the 9 ladies dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Nine
your,
ladies
From the
dancing,
brewery.
9
yeah.
ladies dancing and 8 of them
Yeah,
falling
Mike
down
is-
after they drink 1 beer.
It might just be my take on loving women so much, but you know.
Modern Times is my go-to beer of the week.
Really, the
Yeah.
first one for Monday.
Yeah,
the Monday.
interesting.
Wow, that is interesting. So, do you have a favorite from
Nine ladies was my
9
favorite.
ladies? Okay, so that's 2 for 9 ladies right here,
Yeah, we
and
are
I think
We are related.
I like that.
And we're Italian, so.
The
Hey.
raspberry, that raspberry one that we had. I think it was the
The
second one. The red one.
Beatitude Tart Saison.
Yeah, I like
that's
that one the best.
crazy
That is
because
crazy.
really, and no disrespect to the brand and the beer, it was well done, but that's so funny because. Again, Mike is the outlier. That was his favorite beer, and it was like borderline drain pour for the rest of us because it was just. I mean, it was well crafted. It just didn't suit my palate. I will never,
I agree.
unless something has turned and is like really nasty. I am reluctant to ever say this is a bad beer because it just all depends on your palate. But that, to me, was just, I mean, it was, I could feel years of paint off my stomach getting stripped away when I drank that. And I was like,
There's a lot.
yeah, I was like,
I didn't
that's
even
about
come to
it.
that realization that I've done a lot of dry docks.
So yeah, and there we go. So you have 5 people with pretty differing opinions on all of these, and that kind of makes it fun for us because realistically, we're not sponsored. We're not doing this is because we're enjoying this. We want to learn something and share our opinions with everybody else on the internet.
Absolutely.
Who told
Ooh,
him?
hey.
Who told him he could talk?
Don't I need
He's
to
reading
park
from
my
a
wait?
cue
Hold on.
card.
Can
Come
you move so I can park my car
You can
back
edit
in
that
here?
out.
You know what? The best part is that at least we don't have to look at him while we're hearing all that. You hear it, but you don't have to see it. So that's a plus. But all right. Well, I think this has been. Here's the dead battery, the culprit that paused this episode. But anyway, I think this experiment was a smashing success.
Great.
If only because I'm half lit now and having a good time. But Matt, Mike, cousin Vinny, cameraman Mike, I'm Jay. I hope everybody had a good time as
Had a
much
great
as I
time.
did.
Oh, this was awesome.
And so yeah, and hopefully you guys had a good time learning something about some beers. And I'm wrapping all this up without even telling anybody what this beer is.
We got
No, that would probably be a good
so
choice.
I'm not done yet.
So on your 5th beer of the day, you forgot to tell anybody what it is. Wow, we have thumbs up all around. We have 1 thumb up consistent. It's this is the first beer we've all had 1 thumb. We've all actually had the same one.
I don't like the fact that I'm doing 2
From the same.
from the same brewery. But this was a 4-pack, a combination 4-pack, where I got the Devil's Triangle, which was from Tuesday, and on Friday, this is Queen of Passion. This is another McKellar one-off that they're doing every Saturday, and it's just because, much to my own surprise, when I was looking at everything that I did, in one of the other days, Matt said, "Oh, 2 sours." I was surprised. Well, it's like, I'm not like a huge sour guy, but I've got 2 more other sours in there. And I'm like, well, I can't keep loading up on sour beers. So I grabbed this out of the combination 4-pack that I had. McKellar SD, this is another collaboration. This is McKellar and Faction Brewing.
Which is killing it lately too.
Yeah. This is, well, and I think that actually, in my opinion, this kind of collaboration is reflected in the drinking experience because this was my favorite of the day, or of the week, I should say.
Hey, if I ever wanted to
And,
see how they make this kind of stuff, how could I find that, Jay?
So this is only 5.4% alcohol, and yes, I'm ignoring you because I want to say what I want to say first, then I'll get to your question. So this is 5.4%, so it's sessionable, kind of on the edge. Tart Pale Ale with African Queen and Southern Passion hops. So there you go in the label. I didn't even realize that it says Tart Pale Ale. You definitely do get that tartness on the back end.
Yep.
So it does. It makes it. You think you've got West Coast IPA going in, but then that tartness kind of kicks on the back, and that's definitely a little different than what you might normally expect. And anyone want to disagree, agree, disagree?
No, I
with
think
that?
it turned out awesome. I mean, I don't know that I would have picked that beer up had I read it. A tart pale ale with 2 hops I've never heard of, but they really come off well together. It's almost like
Apparently Jay likes it.
Yeah, I like it. So, all right. So, what was your question now, Mike? That
I
you
was
were,
just trying to figure out if we ever wanted to see how this stuff was made, how we could do that.
the beers?
Yeah.
Okay, well, truly a beer novice would ask that question because living here in San Diego, almost any brewery that you might go to or fancy or whatever, if you ask, they will give you a tour.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know of any brewer. I mean, we truly live in like the most awesome beer town.
It's awesome.
And anywhere you go, if you just say, hey, can I see the brew house? 9 times out of 10, it's very rare. I don't know of a brewery here in town that will not take you on a tour and have somebody say, here, you can check it out.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can go to InsideTheCraft.com and check out my brewery profiles that I do in addition to this chicane.
I think that's what we were looking
what
for.
a strange segue.
I
don't know.
but
where came
that
from.
is just testament to how unselfish that I am, that I thought of myself last and the
Right.
breweries first, because I am in it for the beer, and that's really about it. Beer, having a good time, meeting some new people, and that's about all I've got to say.
I'd like to say thank you.
thanks.
Yes.
Yeah, man,
Appreciate
no,
it. This was
you
very
guys, this
cool.
was great.
Salute.
Cheers.
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 And one other
Cousin
question:
all
around.
where do we find this
InsideTheCraft.com.
inside the craft?
InsideTheCraft.com, you'll see this and all other kinds of craft beer stuff. And this will be just something to complement that whole presentation. And yeah, and if you have any questions or if you have any beers that you'd like to see us drink, then, hit us up. Inside the Craft on Instagram, Inside the Craft on Facebook, Inside the Craft on YouTube, Twitter, social media whore. We need attention so that we can keep doing this, and I can afford to supply these hangers on with beer. So how's that sound?
That's awesome.
All right.
Yeah.
Anyone want to add anything else?
Yeah. By the way, if you make me look bad, I'm gonna have to come back.
Well,
I think I have a feeling that we'll get emails to say, bring back Vinny.
bring back Vinny.
Bring back
Where's
Vinny.
Vinny? Nobody's going to want to see me anymore after this. But that's all fine. Fortunately, I have the cameras in the garage, so you'll be stuck with me. But yeah, so hopefully we'll do this again. I had a good time. I hope everyone
Me too.
else
I had a
did.
great time.
Drank some good beers, and
Yes.
we're going to try and mix them up for the next time so that we don't want to do too much. We don't want to really do any repeats. And much as I love McKellar, you won't be seeing any of their beers next time. So that's it. Cheers. Peace.
Salute.
Thanks, everybody, for hanging out with us.
All right.
All right, good times, good beers. We'll see you next time. As they say, that's a wrap. I think it turned out well. I think it was